So it's time to talk a little bit of Jersey politics. I know, it's not the most popular thing that I get into on this channel, but I have to because, shoot, man, it's the important stuff that really, really matters. Plus, there's a little fun at the end of the video that I want to share with you. But either ways, who you are looking at is Jamal Holly, who I've done videos on in the past. Brother from Roselle, former mayor of that town, went to the assembly, and honestly, I think he's going to take a shot for governor. But recently, the state has begun talks on peeling back voter restrictions on parolees and people on probation, which I generally feel to be a good thing. And so what I'm going to do is allow him to say his piece on it, and then after that we'll get into some of the other things that the state is proposing and looking into, and then I'll tell you guys my fun at the end. So let's go.
I often look and say, well, is each one of us perfect? And that's no. Then I look outside of this state house and I look at thousands and thousands of people who we come across, and I look at them and say, well, is that person perfect? And the answer is no. No one man, no one human, no one woman is perfect. But at a point in our life, when we make mistakes, which we all have, we look to that next step and say, can I get a second chance? How do I apologize? How do I make this wrong right? Today, this bill corrects the wrongs of the past for individuals like many of us who possess this seat around this chamber, who says, I just need a second chance. I need a chance. I need someone to hear me out, that the mistake that I made in the past, don't allow that to predict who I am moving forward, because this is...
Okay, so here's the deal. This is about voting rights, okay? And I understand where he's pulling all this passion from, but at the same time, the ability to vote and the ability to create a better life and a better circumstance for yourself, I believe, are two different things. Yeah, voting, I mean, ultimately it helps really no one but the elected class, whereas, industry and opportunity, and not just, how do I put this, because it's so damn frustrating. Everybody in prison swears they're innocent, that they didn't do it, right? So it's hard to determine who is telling the truth and who isn't. That's why we have the entire legal system that we do. But when it comes to the circumstances many people find themselves in that landed them in prison in the first place, those issues aren't being addressed. They really aren't. It's just like, oh yeah, we want to restore voting rights. Okay, does that get them, like, I'm talking about a decent paying job? Something real, something sustainable? I don't think so. I really don't see the win in that. Does that change the circumstances in their communities and the circumstances in their families? I'm not particularly seeing that either. What I'm seeing is just like it really is a lot of just flash with no real substance. Now, don't get it twisted. Yeah, I think that, if you are convicted of a crime and you serve your time, you serve your time. And come on, I'm not sitting here advocating against this, but I do see where, okay, yeah, this is nice, but the circumstances in which a lot of these individuals that we're speaking of, particularly the nonviolent drug offender types, yeah, there it's a like, the state did this, the government did this, and this isn't particular. I don't believe this to be equal recompense for basically screwing people over and destroying their lives. But let's continue. Let's let Jay Hall continue.
It's about people. This vote is about humans. This vote is about, how do we give somebody else the benefit of being a real, productive human being to participate in the electoral process that each one of us are elected to do. We just got through it in November. So, Mr. Speaker, thank you. I hope that my colleagues do understand that this is an important bill for everybody. Not one party, not one human being.
I'm gonna be keep it 100% real with you, bruh. Like it is all circumstantial, but the likelihood of inmates and people getting out of the system voting on the blue team, I want to say, I want to put that in like the high 80%. Like, yeah, like you really think they're gonna be wanting to mess with the Republicans, particularly coming from these communities where many of them come from these communities that, like, the Norks and the Irvingtons, the East Oranges, and the like, that are democratically run. No, they just gonna fall in line and vote line 1A all the way. That's how that's gonna roll. I mean, like, I appreciate the sleight of hand here, but it just don't work on me.
But for everybody to restore their right to participate in the electoral process that got us all here just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be yeah, hear that music that they're using. It's really corny and really trash. But it's just like, bolstering like ultimately almost exclusively Democratic votes. Make no mistake. But you guys got the vote by mail situation going on, right? But speaking of things taking place here in Jersey in December, they're gonna start hearing. They're gonna start having hearings on the illegals getting driver's licenses, and I'm like, why? Like, then you got the directive that I don't think has fully sunk in, because I had a conversation with a cop recently, like yesterday, where I'm like, yeah, if I say my name is Mia Khalifa likes a cream pie, you have to call me Mia Khalifa likes a cream pie. And he was like, well, it says on your license. Like, no sir, it's what I feel. We got, like, it's a really good conversation that I had with the officer. But yeah, that's taken place. And what else? Sweeney is trying to lift the 2% cap for school funding for municipalities. So your mayors and your governors, they're going to be they're going to do what they can to raise your property taxes even higher. And the beat goes on now, doesn't it? But I wanted to show you guys something real quick. Let's get on, ease on out of this. Well, there we go. You're still supposed to be the long way there, champ. But check this out. So we got New Jersey Assembly Democrats, New Jersey Assembly GOP, New Jersey Senate Republicans, New Jersey Senate Dems. Well, okay, I'm gonna explain. Escape the Tomb of Elram. Yeah, I'm playing Fallen Order. I got stuck. It is what it is. And Spider-Man PS4 theme. It's just good. It's really good. But I want you guys to check out these channels. All right, so 367 subs, right? Beating them. All right, sweet. Well, let's see. Hold on. Then you got New Jersey Assembly GOP. 246. Oh man. Say what? Hold on. Then let's look at the Senate. The Senate Republicans, 130. Yikes! Oh man, red team Republicans. What are you guys doing in the state? And then, no. And then the Senate Dems, New Jersey Senate Dems. Wait, where's it at? Where's the channel at? There it is. They have their sub count hidden, so I mean, it is what it is. But either ways, guys, you know what that technically means, right? Technically means I am the largest New Jersey political platform in the state, at least on this platform. I have the largest New Jersey political platform on YouTube. Yeah, hooray me, nigga. It didn't take much. I just thought that was really, really interesting. But Ara Dunn. Ara Dunn doesn't look too shabby. The Army-Navy rivalry begins well before the game on New Jersey Assembly. I mean, it's like the red team, blue team in the state Trust me, it's all the same. They're all neo. They're all in that neo category. Just corporate chills and tools, and it is what it is. But when it comes to restoring voting rights for inmates, I like it really doesn't make too much of a difference. It will bolster, I really believe that it'll bolster the Democratic Party's numbers, but as far as oh my god, as far as like having a true impact on any election here in this state, the elections are done before they've even started. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring, and YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here. Speak. Let me know what do you think in the comments. Bang the bell, notifications, and speak. Let me know what do you think in the comments. Would you do you have a problem with felons or people on parole, former prisoners getting their voting rights restored? Like on paper, on its face, I don't have a big problem with it, but you may feel differently, and that's why I have a comment section. Until the next one.